Good evening, Speed Gaming, and welcome to the first week of groups of the Link to the Past Randomizer main tournament. We've got a great match for you tonight. As you can see, we have Group Y, the Group of Death, Andy versus Oneup. Should be an awesome match. Both of these runners are well known. I am expecting some really good play here. I'm Drosy. I'm here with the man, the myth, the legend himself, my good buddy Sabotender. How are you tonight?
Drosy, I'm doing good, buddy. I'm really glad to be on the call here with you. Should be a really hype match. This is my group, so I'm kind of doing a little reconnaissance work here. Andy, Oneup, both these guys are great runners, so it should be a great match. These guys are the 2 and 3 seed in the group, and with the way this tournament works, I mean, like, anyone can take a win, anyone can make it far in this tournament, and so I have full faith that these guys are going to put on a great show for us today.
Yeah, and I'd say your group really exemplifies the anyone can win, because, like, looking down the group list, when I got to your group, I'm like, I have no idea who the 2 winners are going to be playing each other next week and who the 2 losers are going to be.
It's completely, I mean, there's definitely, I would say I am the weakest person in the group, but I mean, I somehow took a win off of Tiso this afternoon. So, I mean, anything is possible.
And we should be underway momentarily here. I just realized Oneup's name there. And we're off.
All right, let's go.
Leaving Link without an umbrella.
Alrighty, so standard mode to start off here. We're going to see the escape sequence is kind of a nice way to see kind of any differences in execution in the 2 runners kind of early on. You can see if someone gets a little bit of ahead or something. But generally, these runners are all keeping pretty close together here.
And it's going to be an interesting escape sequence with that Cane of Burna start.
Yeah, Burna is kind of the worst item, I think. I don't know. I like it the least.
I mean, Fire Rod's not great just because you deplete your magic so quickly, but yeah, in terms of being able to damage enemies, Burna is pretty weak. So, yeah, I'll be interested to see how this all works. Obviously, the runners are hoping for a bomb drop here so they can do the back, but they're also hoping to find a weapon in one of these chests up front.
That would definitely help out. I mean, Burna's doing the trick for now, but yeah, something a little more substantial. Sword, the hammer would be a really nice find because it also was part of our progression. So yeah, definitely something you want to see in the first little bit of the game.
Or else, I guess, a lot of bombs so that you can start using them and still have some for the back.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, you think we'll get anything?
What the heck?
Blue mail!
Yep.
Gee, I wonder who decided that, hard standard would be a good mode to have for the entire tournament.
Oh, I mean, who knows who made that call? I mean, yeah, what a dummy.
I miss my mail upgrades and silver hours already, and I'm not even playing.
Yo, I'm in this and I miss those.
But yeah, pot strat's definitely the way to go here.
Yeah, you got to save a little bit of magic for the back half in the sewer section.
And we've gotten absolute junk so far. But yeah, as far as this group, we discussed it a bit. You're going to be playing one of these guys next week. It'll be a while before we know which one.
And I mean, like I don't want to be facing either one of these people, you know? I mean, Andy and I have some history. We've run into each other like in a couple of tournaments now. The main last year, somehow I squeaked by him, but he got my number, I think, in a POG championship or somewhere down the line there. Oneup I've known for a while as well, really solid guy. Yeah, I mean, and who I'm up against right now, Tiso, a fantastic runner, you know? I mean, it's just every match you're getting into, and you're hoping and praying that you get through.
Yeah, and like all of these runners in your group have a lot of accomplishments, like, you know, and it kind of goes without saying, but Tiso was in, I believe, the semifinals for the Open League and earned his team a spot in the Invitational League for next season. And
that's awesome. Super well earned, yeah.
Yeah, Oneup, of course, a proud member of Team Kappa.
Let's not talk about the Team Kappa.
Hey, there's our weapon.
All right, there we go.
So yeah, sword makes life a lot easier, but I haven't been keeping track of the drops. It doesn't look like we're going to be getting bombs, though. These rats just don't want to drop anything.
Yeah, a whole lot of nothing going on.
Okay, there was small magic and a green rupee. I don't think that's a bomb drop sequence.
Yeah, it's just not here. So that's too bad. Our runners are going to have to come back to this spot at some point, which is always, like, it's not that much of a time sink, but it is annoying to have to try and route in.
Yeah, and you just have to hope there isn't a glove in there.
Oh, wow. Andy picked up a bomb after the fact, of course. You know, that's exactly what happens.
Oh, so it was that sequence, and Oneup. So it was that sequence. I never remember that sequence that leads to the bomb, like, as the 5th item or whatever.
That is so rough. But you know, the other runner, each runner is going to think that the other absolutely got that drop, and so they're going to be annoyed about that already 6 minutes in.
Just gotta hope for something good in CAC at this point. Oh, that was really quick. I caught a 5/6 crystalline Hera, and that's all I saw.
I know, right? I think there was a pendant Eastern.
Yeah, vanilla green pendant on Eastern and regular crystal on Desert. Oh, and the tree pole.
Just rubbing it in.
And the mushroom spot.
Alrighty, so on our way to Kakariko. Still early days in this one here. Yeah, just confirming that map check there. Yeah, we got it right there. Good stuff.
Ooh, Oneup needs to be careful, though. Don't let the guard get you, okay?
Oh, yeah.
And please get a heart so we don't have to listen to this beeping.
Ooh, Quake Medallion.
This seed is just like throwing bombs in the runners' faces at this point.
Yeah, that's pretty rude.
Heard you want bombs?
And a whole lot of nothing so far, but we're only halfway through Kakariko. There could be something hanging around.
So, nothing obvious for progression. Oh, good. That should get one up off of beeping when he grabs it.
Ooh, a glove. The hammer.
That would have been funny if it had been our entire Dark World access in the well.
Oh, that would have been a real nice setup. Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, we're better for weapons. Now we can go to the back of escape whenever we want.
Yep.
Well, either run or free the chicken. Andy didn't.
Nope.
Nope.
That's okay.
Poor Cuckoo stuck under the pot.
All right, so we got a nice little couple of items out of Kakariko there. I mean, hammer and glove were one piece away. Moon Pearl, South Shore, Eastern. You're probably just gonna go South Shore. You don't want to take any weird plays off the bat here. This is a pretty straightforward seed so far.
I didn't even see what was in library. It was something blue. I'm assuming a bloopy.
I think sword is what chat is telling us.
Master Sword, okay. Didn't we have one yesterday too?
Ah. All right, and he's going right for back. Hey, and Oneup also going for back of escape. You just want to get that out of the way in case you miss something really early on.
And it's so easy from a save and quit.
Yeah, definitely.
But for all that, just a bunch of junk.
Yep, very cool. Alrighty, so Andy's making his way down to South Shore. Oneup probably close behind. Just want to give a quick shout out to our tracker today, Sorcerer Finch. Clicking those buttons behind the scenes, much appreciated.
Yeah, I was kind of wondering what Oneup would choose to do, because this is kind of what you would normally do in this situation. Oh, and a lamp. But I was wondering if Oneup would maybe be like, I'm up against Andy, I'm going to try to Galaxy Brain this.
Mm-hmm. How early do you start making some kind of plays, I guess, as opposed to just doing the usual kind of through the motions kind of stuff?
Yeah, normal routing from here would be Mini Moldorm and then Ice Rod. And then you kind of have to decide whether you want a fake flipper without the Moon Pearl. Zora's in Logic. Oh, go ahead.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, I was just going to say, like, yeah, a fake flipper here is kind of like your first chance to maybe break the logic a little bit and kind of see what some of these checks might have in weird places.
Yeah, Zora's in Logic, though, and we have plenty of money. So that might be a bit of incentive to do a fake flipper. Oh, and there's our Dark World access.
Cool.
Neither of these runners checked Lumberjack, though, so we don't know if Aga might still be required.
Mm-hmm. So both runners heading out to Ice Rod Cave here. Just it's one of those spots that you really don't want to leave behind unless you are like committed to like making it a last location spot and you're just never going to go there. It's, you know, this is your chance to knock it out right here.
Yeah, otherwise you maybe come back. If you find the boots and the flute, then you can get back quickly.
Yeah.
Definitely a good play today.
Yeah.
Except that puts Green Pendant Eastern fully in logic.
Fun. Yeah, yeah.
So I don't know if that's where the seed's pointing us. Maybe Vanilla Boots.
Ooh. Now that would be a play. You got Dark World access. I mean, you can do a bunch in the Dark World with what you have. Going for Pendant Eastern, like that'd be something.
So still just matching each other move for move. Kind of impressive, really, that they're both thinking exactly the same way.
Yeah, even given that we've got you know, Dark World access at this point, yeah, to be, you know, Ice Rod Cave and then to do all these, you know, fake flipper checks here. Yeah, it's interesting. Yeah.
Right, and also, you know, now that they have that bow, I have to imagine both of these guys know Ancilla Glitch for fake flippering and could come back and do that anytime. So they either one of them could have gone to the Dark World. Maybe the massive amount of money was just too tempting to spend on Zora.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Looked like just cash on the ledge there.
Yeah, don't need to worry about that. And about to get... Oh, was that another green 20? Maybe that was Silver's. Or else red mail. Those are the two possibilities at this point.
Ooh, wow. This is paying off. Jeez. All right.
Wow. That's... all these items, I don't get it. Well, now we can get our Master Sword.
Yeah.
I'd be almost tempted to check Lumberjack, and I wonder if that's what Oneup is doing now, because Aga's all of a sudden in logic. So Andy gives us our Dark World check. Our other two pendants are Mire and Ice, and our other 5/6 is Turtle Rock.
Yes, that is what I saw.
What the heck? We're going to be in go mode in 20 minutes at this rate.
Yeah, no kidding, eh? And
So,
medallion, that'll be nice.
Hype Cave's moderate hype. I mean, the bottle is Blue Goo, too, and it's our first bottle, so that opens Sick Kid.
Yeah, not bad at all.
Oh, and for all that, Lumberjack is just another bottle. Aga 1 down the tubes.
Yep.
So, let's see. With the boots and the book and the lamp, desert is fully clearable.
Yep.
We need the hookshot or the mirror to get up Death Mountain and actually do more than a couple checks. We can do pod. I wonder if Oneup might go pod from here.
I mean, I don't hate it. he's saving and quitting. Maybe collecting that sword. He's gonna go village, I guess, and then do all that business. Oh. Ooh.
Yeah, it's a bit crazy routing when you don't have the mirror and have to worry about like when you're getting into the dark world and when you're getting back to the light world. Looks like Andy wants to do Saha's closet. And unfortunately, Andy's frozen. We just missed what was in the closet.
Right, perfect, good timing.
It's probably the flippers in both rods.
Yeah, right, he's in go mode, it's great, everything's fine.
But now Andy's doing the pod play.
I guess we'll have to watch for some flicks through the quick swap of the items to see if we picked anything up. Oh, red meringue from the sick kid there. Nice.
Andy's marked the shovel on his own tracker, so I guess he picked that up.
Ah, good. Oh, and he has a different shield as well, we're being told. So a shield and...
well, we can see that.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, yes. Chat has better eyes than we do, apparently.
So this is interesting. Thieves' Town is also a full clearable crystal, but Oneup is going to Skullwoods, which is a crystal, but he needs the fire rod to do it.
Yeah, I mean, Skullwoods has, potentially 2 items in this front section that he could dig out here. Something nice, gives you a bit of an edge. Maybe it's not the first play of your opponent, so could work out.
Well, in the vein of just giving us more and more items, there's the flippers, so...
yeah, we're doing pretty good.
And yeah, that hover's certainly nice to save having to go up the locked side.
Yeah, if you can pull that off, that's a really nice time save for sure.
Oh, okay. The items I called in Saha's closet are actually all on the front of pod. I see how it is.
Mm-hmm.
And meanwhile, one of our items in Skull Woods is just the bombs. And a bloopy, so that is a bust, and Oneup will go to the Village of Outcasts and presumably do Thieves' Town now.
Yeah, I mean, not a bad play to, see if you can dig something out of the front of Skullwoods. Just too bad it did not pay off for one.
And Andy didn't realize the switch was the wrong way.
Nice.
Oh, Oneup really wants to... more bombs!
Nice.
Might as well just have the seed screaming, I bet you'd like to have more bombs.
Wow. Okay, so pod's the play. Hopefully, for Oneup's sake, he finds something in all of this digging that he's doing. But so far, yeah, Andy's got the edge on the dungeon of choice here.
Oneup's got half magic.
That's not nothing.
But I do wonder about the flute with Meyer being a pendant.
Yeah, could be a little bit of a bait situation.
There could always be something in Meyer's shed, and that's all it's pointing to.
Yeah.
And in any case, better transportation.
Yes.
Oh, and there's our third shield. Which is one up second.
Alright, so a bunch of the dungeon items to close out the front four there of thieves, so let's head back.
Yeah, makes it likely the big chest has something. Whether it's something useful, who knows, but...
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's stocking up on some arrows, which is a good idea. He's only at 15. So these runners should be grabbing their first crystals of the game around the same time, Andy probably a little bit sooner.
Yeah, 25 minutes in, first crystal seems pretty good. It's a little bit slow-ish, I guess, but you feel like you're at least making progress in the seed, which is nice.
And knowing that you have access to several of them,
Oh, I like the use of Cane of Burna to get through those 2 rows of turtles there. Those guys are always really annoying, so Burna Strat, I think a good one.
yeah, so down goes Helma King. There's the compass, so Big Chest almost certainly has something.
And the Titan's mitts off of Helma? Oh my goodness.
Guess Pod was the play.
Yikes, yeah.
And he just needs, well, I guess it's still 4 more items: Fire Rod, Mirror, Samaria, and Hookshot.
Yeah, despite all the goodies, there are still quite a few things that need to be found. And he's going to go for that shovel check first, just cross that off.
Okay. Blind script going pretty well so far for Oneup.
Yeah, really clean fight there. Kept him right on the script.
And Thieves is total junk, but at least it gives a crystal.
Fire Rod. Okay, so we are only a couple items away now.
Yeah, this is just crazy, and it's too bad Oneup didn't go into pod because, hey, Titan's Mitzi could start Smith's Chain, though without the mirror, he would have to do it the slow way.
Yeah, I guess the good thing is he hasn't found anything that's gonna kind of take him away from pod necessarily. Like, I think if like Hookshot showed up or something and he ended up on the mountain, like that would probably be kind of rough.
And Andy going into Desert, another full clearable crystal dungeon. Oneup's got to be thinking pod now.
I think he has to be, yeah.
Yeah, I'm just a bit surprised he didn't do it after Hype Cape, because that actually puts you in a decent position. Now, I guess this way he can do what Andy did and swing by Saha's Closet first.
Yeah. Bloomerang hanging out in Desert there.
And of course, Oneup's mirror shield turns into a green 20.
Right, that's right.
Okay, so what do we think about the big chest here? Of course. So Lanmo's got the second item.
Cool.
And Andy does not have that Fire Rod, so it'll be interesting to see if he does Ice Rod strats. You broke out some of the Ice Rod strats at your match earlier.
I did. I was missing Fire Rod for that fight. I honestly forgot for the first little bit of the fight that I could use the Ice Rod. But yeah, it does, work in a pinch there.
It's just slow, so you have to really be careful of your timing.
And it throws you off because the Fire Rod just slings it, and so Ice Rod, yeah, you're leading your shots a little more.
So yeah, Oneup with the Fire Rod and Half Magic. Once he gets here, he'll play it the much more conventional way for Rando.
Yeah.
So yeah, Oneup's gonna realize what a treasure trove he's been missing out on. Wow, only one shot short.
Nice.
There we go. Almost the zero cycle.
I guess either runner checked the Agina yet. I think this is our first check of this location.
Yeah, Oneup hasn't been to the desert area at all. I don't blame him, since he's only just about to get the flute. Vanilla for all that. I was expecting something like the hook shot, honestly, at the rate this dude was going.
Yeah, right. No kidding, eh?
And getting our first look at King's Tomb, too.
Yep. Echo.
So what's funny is that, like, you know, hammer, mitts, the two rods, getting a lot of stuff for TR, but we still don't have the cane or even hookshot or mirror to get over there.
Yeah, the lockout on Death Mountain there is pretty strange, for sure. You would think that one piece of the puzzle would kind of fit in there and we'd be able to get over and take a peek. But yeah, so far, no luck for our runners there.
Actually, that could make a good prediction. Okay, get your guesses in chat. Hookshot or mirror, which one will be found first?
Ooh.
And Oneup taking in a couple of intentional hits there to make the death warp easier after he does Dark Maze.
Man, I don't know which side to fall on this one here. I don't know, I got a feeling that Mirror is going to show up and we're going to get like a French vanilla hookshot in stupid Swamp Palace.
Ew.
I know. I don't want it to be true, but I don't know. I'm feeling it.
So Andy's gonna do Thieves Town. Oneup is going back to Helma where he will find his mitts. And while they're retracing each other's footstep, this is a good opportunity to remind you to give them both a follow.
Ooh, yes, yeah.
There's Andy's mirror shield.
So yeah, despite the divergence, it's still a pretty close race here. With Oneup having, you know, gone to pod, didn't really have too many other options. He's a little behind, I guess, with the desert situation, but
Yeah, that's his big deficit right now. He has to activate the flute and do desert.
And like
Even
I was gonna say, more than likely, like that's what he's gonna do next. Like people, you don't want to go up Death Mountain for like the 1 or 2 checks that we can do right now. But we're running out of locations. I mean, I guess Pendant Ice, I think, is going to be coming up on our radar pretty soon.
Ugh. Yeah, I'd do the 2 locations on Death Mountain before I did that. Wow, and the betting pool is almost a perfect 50-50. 236,000 on hookshot, 235,000 on mirror.
Yeah, it's a tough one because like there's no. It's hard to really, you know. I mean, it is obviously just, you know, it's a randomizer, and you know, either item will actually kind of be a big key part in unlocking it a lot, but no real sense that like one or the other is going to show up. Like it really is a toss-up.
And the funny thing is, with Samaria, the 3rd item we still need for Go mode, without either the hookshot or the mirror, all that unlocks is Vitreous.
Mm-hmm.
So that would be kind of rude. And yeah, and Andy didn't check Meyer after he finished Desert, did he?
I don't think so. He
So
definitely did not go in the dungeon.
Right, but I don't see the medallion marked on the tracker. I don't remember anyone saying anything about it.
Yeah, I don't even think we got a glimpse. Yeah.
Yeah, chat
Oh,
confirming Andy did not go to Meyer area.
That's I mean, because yeah, I mean, you flew it over there and you want to do the light world stuff because you don't have the mirror, so you're just going to do desert. But I mean, if Oneup goes for Meyer Shed right away, something could be hanging out there. I don't know. I like that.
Yeah, it's two really quick checks, and then you hope to find out that Meyer Medallion is bombos and you don't have to worry about going in.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, if you're shut out of there, yeah.
So, what's Oneup doing? I would have expected him to flute to Desert or Meyer after activating it.
He just wants to knock off the Skullwoods.
Oh, right, he never finished it and he has Fire Rod now.
Yeah, understandable.
I was thinking, he's a proud member of Team Kappa. There's no way in heck he's doing Smith Chain.
Right?
Speaking of which, Andy's doing Smith Chain.
Ah, there we go.
More money. Well, at least having gotten those two items pretty quickly in the front, we know we can skip Bridge Chest and just make for Moth, get it over with, and that's that.
Yeah, it'll be pretty quick and easy for Oneup here.
I was thinking, though, since we're in the vicinity but don't have the mirror, Ped is not dead.
Yes, you are correct.
That was a nice swag move by Oneup, pushing that Gibdo into a spike.
Moth not leaving that back wall. Jeez. Get off of that.
And it looks like we may have a high five with Andy going into Skullwoods, as Oneup will be coming out of it shortly.
This is like the rudest Moth. Like, what the heck? Just die already.
Oh no!
No! Not you, Oneup! No!
Oh no! I was just about to say, well, at least Oneup still has that blue goo, but didn't get it out in time. I didn't actually see what Smith gave us, but I'm assuming it's nothing.
I think we would have been made note of something, yes.
With 800 people in chat, someone would have said something.
Yeah, I think so. $100. $100.
Andy taking the nice express elevator out of that room. Okay, Oneup, be careful, and if you have to, just use the blue goo. Oh, wow.
That was close.
Does he remember he has blue goo?
Yeah, he used it in a pod, I believe.
Oh, I totally forgot.
Alrighty, so Andy is doing Skullwoods back to front. So going for that bridge chest there eats up a little bit of time because we know the items are in the front section. Kind of negates maybe the death that Oneup just took there, or at least balances out a little bit.
Yeah, so now Oneup, not surprisingly, is going to do desert before checking Mire area. I don't blame him, but I kind of want to see him check Mire once he finishes desert and Nagina.
In his position now, having checked most other things, I think he'd be more inclined to go right for Mire area, at least the Mire area, after he's done with desert here.
Yeah, since chat is discussing it, just to remind you all, we have 32 groups of 4 runners each. The group letters go up to AF because we're boring AF and just name these things like Excel. Yeah, your group really. This group, it's like group why?
That's what it feels like being in the group.
Yeah, and I think that was pretty much what Oneup was getting at with his file name. Okay, so what's Andy up to now? Purple chest?
Yeah, it looks like it.
Could be big if something's here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, between our 2 runners, like, there really is not a lot left. We are going to find something very soon. Unless we have to dive into Pendant Ice, in which case...
Or Pendant Mire.
Or Pendant Mire, yeah.
I mean, what do we have? We have purple chest. We have 2 checks we can actually do on Death Mountain. Actually 3. We have Spike Cave, don't we?
Yes.
And then there's Mire Shed and Mire, which is a total of 4, and 3 in ice, right?
Yep. And also getting from our chat there, Eastern Palace. No one's set foot.
And Catfish.
Ooh. Yeah, that too.
Yeah, Eastern Palace is actually 4 because it has the green pendant.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Nice find of Tempered in Mire Shed. Didn't the last Qual have Tempered in Mire Shed?
Possibly. Possibly it did. So it looks like Andy's just doing like overworld cleanup before committing to a dungeon play here. Doing Old Man now, and gonna head up to the top of Death Mountain, see Speck Rock, and what else is kicking around up there?
As I say, probably check Spike Cave if he remembers.
Yep.
Because there's really not much else he can do up here.
Ooh, Oneup going for a potion buy here. We've seen an ice play. Let's go.
Oneup going to the magic shop as Andy finds the mushroom.
Oh, okay. I'm buying a potion, then I'm going up the mountain. Okay. Ooh, bug net. Ah, and so Quake is our medallion for Misery Mire. So we have that. We can take a look in there if we so choose.
So yeah, I mean, except for Vitreous, everything in our pendant dungeon is potentially in logic. What's in logic in Ice Palace depends on the key placement since we don't have the hook shot.
Right.
So Spike Cave was a bust, but Oneup's about to do it too, and I guess we'll see the mushroom turn in because it's an easy flute. And of course, it'll turn out that, like, progression's on Catfish and everything else is on East Death Mountain.
Wouldn't that be just awful?
Well, and here Andy goes with that pendant ice play we've been talking about. See what Oneup will do. Oh, Oneup does not want to turn in the mushroom. This could be big if Oneup goes into Mire. Then we finally have real divergence.
Mm-hmm. Nah, he's not having any of that.
So where's he gonna go? As I say, his Team Kappa Hood won't allow him to do Smith Chain.
Oh, he just remembered he had that shovel. Right.
Right. You gonna maybe dive Eastern? No, now he's doing the mushroom. I mean, I know Eastern's not super quick, but relative to Ice, and that is a nice hover by Andy. All for nothing.
Hovering easy, regular movement very hard.
But yeah, so Eastern with the green pendant has one more item than Ice. And they've both been available to us for quite a while.
Ooh, looks like Oneup is going to do Smith Chain after all. I don't know. Yuck.
Fear, Gamma, if you guys are in chat, you might want to have a word with him.
Nice slide through the staircase there for Andy. Powder. Ooh.
Now that's interesting if Magic Bat is anything. Let's see. I'm surprised Andy's setting this up as a bomb jump rather than hovering it, though. I guess with those berries in the way, he doesn't want to risk up the hover.
Mm-hmm.
Second try. Yeah, his health's pretty low and he has to get across the spikes, so...
That is one thing about this seed, is that both runners are on relatively low health.
Yeah, it was looking fine to begin with, and then we just stopped getting hearts. I'd say this was secretly expert mode, except we do have Tempered Sword and Fire Shield.
Right, yeah.
Oneup's really committing to this. He's doing purple chest. It's unfortunate he would have been able to make up some time if he did, like, anything else.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so is Iced Tea Andy's last chest before... oh, no. Clearly he has the big chest left.
Ugh. But, I mean, he is almost finished off with Ice Palace here, so Oneup's got to hustle a little bit here at this point.
What's he doing with this portal? Is he gonna check Pyramid and Catfish?
I guess he has to be. Ooh.
No. Maybe he intended to check Eastern and accidentally took the portal?
Yeah, could be.
Yeah, going back to 5, I think this is the Eastern plane. He just took the portal by force of habit because that's what most people do most of the time they flute to 5. Andy lets one puff get away.
Wow, big 20. So whole lot of nothing hanging out there, unless we're looking at a pedestal situation.
Or Magic Bat.
Oh, that's right. Powder was in here. Right. Yep.
It's crazy. You have so many things open that you just don't want to go to.
Yeah, I mean, because they all feel bad. I mean, the other dip is Mire, and like, ugh. Like, none of these are good options. You only got your pendants left, and it just feels like you're taking one or two steps backward when you want to be moving forwards.
Well, Andy's gonna try out that powder.
I mean, you have to. It's the one thing you scooped out of the dungeon.
Absolutely, otherwise you just wasted all that time in there.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a nice safety, but Andy doesn't need safeties, does he?
Nah, he's good.
Well...
that feels bad.
Unless it's a ped seed, that was just a lot of time for nothing. Oh, and Oneup is...
Why would you save and quit, dude?
Okay. Not bothering with the green pendant?
Yikes. Oh, no.
So what's Oneup? Oh, no, he's gonna do ice now. Ah!
Oh, this is frustrating.
And what's Andy doing? Did he forget that he doesn't have mirror? Yes, he forgot that he doesn't have mirror.
We swear these guys know what they're doing. These guys are great runners, just fantastic. You know, I mean, the nerves get to you.
Okay, we're gonna see Pyramid and Catfish, though.
Okay, he saved it, sorta. Yeah, all right, cool.
I swear, if progression is on green pendant, though, that's just gonna be sad for Oneup.
Yeah, it lost opportunity there for sure. I feel like he made the right play. You know, I mean, 4 items on an easy to clear dungeon. Yeah, I don't know.
And you've also isolated the dungeon items so you know you don't have to take the minute to go over to vanilla big key chest. You could just rush the back and Saha's right there to turn independent.
Mm-hmm.
What's the Quake Master got?
More garbage. Ugh.
I wonder if Meyer is the play, and if not, if this is a ped seed. Well, we'd still need to find Samaria for it to be a ped seed.
Mm-hmm.
Samaria could be French vanilla, and it looks like Andy is doing the Meyer play. Remembering to kill the Murderdactyl, because if Meyer's Quake, that Murderdactyl will attack you while you're doing Quake, and since it's airborne, it won't even be affected by the medallion.
And that is so rude. I don't know how they let that fly. Yeah, he gets you. He gets you good.
Probably because the developers didn't expect anyone to be using Quake there.
Wait, yeah, you're right. Never mind. That's why. I'm sorry, Miyamoto. My bad.
Nice bomb jump by Oneup. Oneup does hover, I believe. I've seen him hover. So where do we even have left after this? Do we have anything besides Green Pendant?
I don't think there's anything in the overworld for at all. So, yeah, it'll have to be Green Pendant or Pedestal if it's not here in Meyer.
Well, and for Pedestal, Kane would have to show up.
That also is a thing, yes.
Now, Andy is going for the cutscene chest, even though the big key and compass chest makes it likely, though not required, that cutscene chest is a small key.
See, these are these logic things that I should probably know, but I don't.
Yeah, small key in one implies big key in the other. Big key in one makes it likely small keys in the other.
Mm.
Oh! Oh my!
Ooh, wow! PRNG, what up?
There we go. Some people got a nice payout.
Oh, baby. I now have 1,000 more points. Fantastic.
Shout outs to the person who wagered 53,000 points and just doubled them.
Ooh.
And not surprisingly, since Andy's already here, he's going to look for the second item just in case it's the hookshot or vanilla cane or something.
Well, there it is, your single arrow.
Wow. I apologize for questioning Andy's decision to go for the cutscene chest. So that gives us all of Light Death Mountain and Tower of Hera. It gives us some of Dark Death Mountain, and it gives us the front half of Swamp, where I'm sure the runners are going to want to find their next progression.
Oh, yeah, please, no.
Oh, and Andy freezes up so we can't see what was on Ether.
Cool.
Yep, rematerializes in Hera. No hook shot, so we're not going to Hera pot. But the big key isn't vanilla, so we're going to hope we get 2 items upstairs.
Oh, Oneup also going for that powder there, right? Okay, that makes sense. Again, it's the one thing you found in Ice Palace. You got to cross it off the list right away.
And I just checked Andy's tracker. He does not have hookshot or Samaria, so we didn't miss those. Compass in the compass chest, getting likely that there is something in... hey, there's our next bottle. 50-50 chance now that there is something in the basement.
I wonder if you leave it with all of East Death Mountain open to you. You're only looking for one thing. I don't know. I'd probably leave it, but then I'd probably lose.
And I guess at this point, with, you know, spheres and progression and all that, it's pretty unlikely that Green Pendant has anything.
Yeah, all right. Second item shows up on Moldorm, so no worries about the basement today. And he's moving on to East Death Mountain. Oneup into Misery Mire, gonna find that mirror soon enough, and he'll be on his way as well. It's got a little bit of catching up to do, so hopefully, for his sake, the hookshot kind of hides out a little bit longer.
Well, he could also take a gamble once he finds the mirror, assuming he takes a gamble like Andy did to just go straight for the cutscene chest after getting the big key. I did not see what was on Floating Island.
No, me either.
But yeah, if Oneup takes a gamble after finding the mirror and just nopes out, he could save a bit of time that way.
Yeah.
I'm thinking maybe Kane's up here on Death Mountain and Hookshot's in Turtle Rock.
Ooh, yeah.
And I really wasn't paying attention to the Ice Palace key layout to see if Ped's dead or not.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I have no clue. Oh, no. He's leaving cutscene chest to the end. Oh, no.
Well, at least he has the boot, so this will be relatively quick. And I don't really blame him. I would have done the same myself.
Oh, yeah. No one wants to do cutscene chest. I mean, it's long.
I hate doing this room without hookshot.
Yeah, you really have to hustle. It's a pretty tight window there.
So was Paradox Cave just a big old bust? Chat is remarking that Bombos could be our medallion here, but I'm doubting it. Yeah, it's Ether.
Yeah, it would be, I mean, unless it was like, you know, under the doormat or something here over in like Super Bunny Cave. Yeah, at this point in a run, is one of those two that you have already, most likely.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that would have been the really crazy way to keep Pet alive if TR had been Bombos and Bombos were on Ped.
Oh, yeah. Gross.
Oh yeah, so the other thing is Mirror did open up Bombos Tablet and K45 and Graveyard Ledge.
And Hookless Swamp, you know? I mean, that's on the table.
Right. I'm sure Andy's gonna hover Hookshot Cave, though, just in case the Kane's there and he can get TR out of the way. Because we know the Hookshot's not here. Oh, and did Andy do checkerboard? I can't even remember.
Like he must have done it, yeah.
Okay, just junk.
Yeah.
Seems unlikely that this last check in Hookshot Cave is just gonna happen to be Kane. Nope.
Yeah, that would be pretty nuts if it was.
And then you would have to wonder, too, if Kane were Hookshot locked. So where's...
Oh, did Andy not do checkerboard?
I guess not.
Huh, okay.
And we get confirmation of the junk on Ether Tablet.
Yep.
I'd certainly be tempted to do Cave 45 and Bombos before going into Hookless Swamp.
Most definitely, yeah.
And it looks that's what Andy's doing. Fourth bottle, since we know the third one's on Lumberjack. Yeah, chat remarking Oneup's best chance now is, since Andy's down here, if Oneup just kind of galaxy brains Graveyard Ledge. Because it really does seem like the mirror should be locking the next progression. Of course, Andy hasn't gone into Eastern yet, so Oneup could make up some time that way, but he's probably also thinking it's more likely for the mirror to be locking his next progression. So we can get anywhere between 2 and 4 items here in Swamp without the Hookshot.
Yes, indeed.
And if it's not in here, it basically has to be Graveyard Ledger Green Pendant, right?
Yes, that would be all that we would have, yeah.
So I recall Paradox Cave was a total bust.
Yeah, nothing of note.
Except just looking at Andy's health, we definitely got healthier through this East Death Mountain play. As I say that, Oneup gets another heart. Thank you, Fear Agent, for confirming that Ice Palace was logically hookshot locked, so we know Ped's dead now. But if Kane shows up, that probably points to hookshot and TR.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, this is interesting. Oneup went back down. Oh, right, he already put a portal there. Forgot about that.
So we're down to just the left side of Swamp here, which just always feels the worst, having to make your way all the way through this dungeon without the hookshot, on the off chance that you might find it on the left side here. Pretty annoying for sure.
Or it could be vanilla with a vanilla big key.
Oh, well, that's even worse.
I mean, the vanilla game does put you through a bit of torture to get that hookshot.
It sure does.
Probably your first time, you don't really think about that switch, and then you get caught trying to get to the vanilla big key chest. Oneup's also, like, I guess he has no better or worse reason than Andy did to think that maybe the Kane is hookshot locked.
Mm-hmm. And I mean, like, you know who your opponent is. I mean, while there are a fair amount of runners in the community who can hover, as Oneup finally demonstrates here, you know you're going up against Andy. Andy is the guy that does the hovers. So you want to try and do them as well if you can to reach some of these chests. He's probably done it. So if Kane's here, like, he's got an advantage on you.
Oof, and this last chest is the hardest one to hover to. Oh my, okay. We knew that had to be there, didn't we?
Oh my goodness.
Hey, it was in the vanilla big key chest, not the vanilla big chest, right? And it's only locking the hookshot, it's not actually the hookshot.
Oh man, like this is a frustrating seed to play, you know? I mean, these guys are doing a great job. We're 117 into this, and we're closing in on the end, even though there's still a couple of dungeons left to do. But man, it's so annoying. It just feels like it's getting drawn out one item at a time here, and all in the worst places.
And we got so much junk on Death Mountain last time. The seed basically trolled the runners into an extra Death Mountain climb because they're going to have to do yet another one after this because they'll have to go back down Swamp.
Yeah.
Hey, go mode back of Swamp, right?
Could be a thing. Well, it will be a thing. Wait a minute. Yeah, I realize what you're saying now. Yes, it will be a thing. We were definitely going to go mode the back of Swamp because we're looking for hookshot. Well, there it is. Okay.
Oh, okay. So 118 go mode. I was honestly expecting bottom of Laser Bridge because that's like the ALTTPR version of the Room of Requirement.
Yeah. Yeah, right. Ooh, and big key, small key, very nice.
Yeah, so now we can skip Lava Chest at least.
Yeah, and if key layout works out okay, then Laser Bridge is a possible skip as well.
Yeah, there's our second key. So if the two remaining keys happen to be Crystal Roller Room and Laser Bridge, then we can skip Laser Bridge.
Yep.
Of course, there is the small chance that the two remaining keys are in Lava Chest and the Big Chest, in which case we're gonna have to backtrack.
Yeah, that feels like it happens so rarely, but it is a possibility. And it's, again, really annoying if it does happen to you.
But since the vast majority of runners play it this way, you know that you're almost certainly not losing any time on your opponent because they're doing the same thing.
Yeah, exactly.
I was just thinking, neither of our runners did Diver Down, and then I remembered, oh yeah, you have to have the hook shot to get the extra key if you want to do Diver Down here.
Right. One chest left. Oh my goodness. Oh, bailed out. Okay. I thought we'd curse them again.
So still the Chest of Requirement after a fashion.
All right, heading into the Trinex fight with a Tempered Sword. Should be pretty easy. Quick work for Andy here.
Jeez, I blinked and I missed it.
Yeah.
So Oneup is a full Death Mountain climb and Turtle Rock clear behind.
Yeah, it's a bit of a deficit at this point, unfortunately. Alrighty, so just Swamp Palace to go for Andy. Oneup, trading places. Going to be heading up the mountain to take care of Turtle Rock. Alrighty, so yeah, getting towards the end of this one here. Yeah, it's been a kind of a strange seed, I guess. Nothing, I don't know, too bonkers. I think the mirror was definitely the big hang-up. In Misery Mire there, a pendant dungeon, which you don't want to dip. But that's where the mirror was in my race earlier today, so it seems to be a pattern.
At least in your race, it wasn't in the cutscene chest.
Yeah, cutscene chest is gross. No one likes that.
I mean, you just had a vanilla big key there.
Yes, that is true.
And it was a crystal mire. But yeah, pretty much straight execution from here on out. I'm expecting a nice Argus fight upcoming. Nice clean diver down there. Oneup gets his go mode. I guess that's almost 7 minutes behind Andy.
Yeah, that's where we stand. Now, I mean, like the only place to make up time at this point is Ganon's Tower with the big key, but 7 minutes is a lot. And Oneup would have to go for like tile room off the bat and get lucky.
And even then, that might only make up like 5 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
But in the time it took us to say that, Andy just got rid of all the little Argai, didn't quite get the zero cycle.
Yeah, that looked pretty darn good.
And that is Andy's 7th crystal incoming.
Nice work.
Which means we have a little game we like to play here.
Ooh. Yeah, the big key guessing game for Ganon's Tower. There are 22 locations where the big key can be. So yeah, put your numbers in the chat there. I see some numbers that don't make any sense,
wow,
but that's okay, Willard.
Flying. Mostly from Willard J. Bradley, but a few other people are putting in guesses.
Yeah, so I mean, yeah, this can kind of shape the last little bit of the race here. It as we were saying earlier, probably won't make up enough time, even if Oneup were to kind of gamble and get an early big key versus Andy kind of full clearing the situation. Yeah, I don't know. This seed's been kind of rude, so maybe it's kind of later. I'm thinking like 16, something like that, maybe. I don't know. What do you think, Brassy?
Well, I like that suggestion in chat that, you know, it's on Shack Tool.
Yeah, I agree. We should just go full on Super Metroid here.
I mean, we already know the silvers are on planet Zebus.
Yeah, so why not? Just, yeah, transport ourselves over.
So finish up with those guesses. Once Andy gets into the tower, we'll cut it off. Let's see also what the time differential is entering the tower. Andy should be about 127.50, maybe 52.
Yeah, pretty much.
Called 53.
All right, going Hope Room first. Let's see if we get a key. Do we go right? Let's see what the deal is. Got a key. 2 keys. Let's go right.
Oneup could have big-brained laser bridge, but not happening. Okay. Just some red junk and some blue junk here, and some green junk.
Yeah, not a lot at all there. All right, grabs the solo key and then heads left.
And Bob will live. Oneup cleaning up Trinex about as fast as Andy did.
Yeah, looking pretty good.
Wooden junk, green junk, red junk, map junk. Burritos are edible at least, right?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, there's our bombos.
Yeah, that seems about right.
Nice bloomerang and hookshot timing through there for Andy.
All right, Oneup's going as fast as he can back to Swamp Palace. Got to finish that up, take down Argus, and get up the mountain as quickly as he can.
And we're 13 checks in going into Rando Room here. $16 it is.
Is that what I said? Did I say 16? I'm pretty sure it said 16.
I don't know, did you put it in chat?
I did not.
Well, apparently Roger Doggeraz did. By the way, 16 was the answer in your match earlier, too.
Oh, was it? I was barely paying attention.
So clearly you were picking 16 because, hey, it worked for you in your own match.
Must have been. Yeah, that's what it was. Definitely that. Yep.
We got like 5 people guessing 16, it looks like.
Ooh, right on.
Thing is, we never actually cleared the scoreboard from the league, so we have a very large cumulative tally right now.
Nice. Alrighty, Andy making his way through the gauntlet here, looking pretty good so far. Ooh, nice bomb setup with the diver down there. Good work.
To answer chat, this is the first match. I believe their second match is same time tomorrow. Okay, let's see how well Oneup does Argus here. Going at it pretty well. I don't think it's quite gone. Yeah, not going to get the 0 cycle, but...
That still looks pretty good.
As Andy is already getting to the first torch room upstairs.
Yeah, I mean, when it comes to GT, you think that the gauntlet and all of that business is pretty long, but I mean, you can zoom through it pretty quick.
Yeah, it's all execution, so if your execution is really down, and especially with a tempered sword and a few other things like Fire Rod.
Yeah.
Wonder if Andy will open either of these last 2 chests just to see if maybe he can get a heart refill. Nope. Not even gonna bother with the magic refill.
Nah, he's got no interest in anything.
And of course he's hovering that.
I mean, just look how quick and easy that is, you know? Why would you fight Moldorm when you can do that instead? I would if I could. Pretty good Aga 2 pattern there. It was probably just a double, but we'll see.
And I don't think yeah, didn't quite get the double there. Oh, that was a nice diagonal. Wow. That was an impressive double, setting them diagonal like that. So Oneup is going to be just over 7 minutes behind going into GT here.
So the only thing we got to keep an eye on in this Ganon fight, I think, is the health. Andy only on 6 hearts right now, so you don't really want to take a hit or a hug. So got to watch that.
Yeah, well, a hug's Oko. Now that's interesting. Oneup stole a key from the left side. He's going to be disappointed as he, gets a key in Hope Room now. Or 2. As discussed in chat, the big key is never in Compass Room except when it is.
Yeah, right. Nice timing on Torch Glitch there.
Yeah, I think this fight is going to be over before Oneup gets his big key.
Yeah, this is looking really clean from Andy here. Alrighty, there we go. Get your GGs in the chat, everybody. Looks like Andy has done it.
Well, that puts you and him 1 game each away from that long-awaited rematch.
Please, do not hype that up at all.
Anyway, he's got an official time here of 1:36:56, and we'll try to get him in for an interview as Oneup finishes. Just to reiterate in chat, for those of you who may not have heard, tomorrow, their next race will be tomorrow, same time. But it is not currently scheduled for a restream, so you might have to multi-stream it.
So Oneup is about to pick up his big key, hanging out there in the rando room. And he's heading up the tower.
Hey, we got Andy in here. GG's.
Hello, GG's.
Pretty good one there. Give us some opening thoughts. What did you think of that?
Oh man, at like the 40-minute mark, I was like, man, this is great.
It was really cruising along there for a while.
Yeah, we're just a mirror, a hookshot, and Smaria from Go mode. This is fantastic. Pod was loaded. Fire Eye was nice, snug in Village of Outcast to go to Skullwoods 2. And then 40 minutes later, I'm crying.
Oh yeah, I mean, it could not have gone any worse. Just the way that the items were ordered there towards the end, it was just straight rude the entire way through.
Yeah, it was rough.
Yeah, no doubt.
But of course, my last two qualifiers both were some sort of item missing Swamp Palace. So of course, my first group stage race has to follow suit.
Yeah.
At least it was Crystal Swamp, not Pendant Swamp like in all the quals.
That's true.
Yeah, so once you were down to Pendant Dungeons, what was your thought process for doing Ice first?
So Ice was more a most likely is going to be out of logic situation, where if I got something in there that would maybe help me narrow down where like hookshot was or something like that, which ended up being true. Everything after the first two checks was hookshot locked. I would have laughed really hard if hookshot was on like powder or something and then been mad at logic. But
yeah, right.
Yeah, so it was mostly for logic, and at that point it was late enough that I was like, if I'm not doing Eastern now, I'm probably just never gonna do it. So yeah, Ice Palace was fine. And then I was actually gonna go do Eastern at some point. I accidentally went in the warp and started going up the pod again, and I was like, wait, muscle memory, God. And then I almost save and quit, and I was like, wait, let's just do Pyramid and Catfish. And then that's when I made the Meyer decision instead of Eastern. Figured it wasn't meant to be.
It's funny, Oneup did the exact same thing, went into the Dark World before thinking about maybe doing Eastern Palace. Yeah, definitely a muscle memory thing. It's one of those things you just do when you flute to 5, is you hop into the Dark World right away.
Yeah. Yeah, especially because I decided to, since I did South Dark Worlds before going to Pod, I figured saving, quitting, and at least doing Sahashala before going into the 5 warp for Pod. Like Eastern area was even less of something that was on my list.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, this is a good old full clear. I had 5 things left.
Yeah, there was not much left.
Yeah, it was just Eastern, Green Pendant Turn In, and Graveyard Ledge when it was all said and done.
And even in your Go mode, you didn't get to skip much because you'd already done half of Swamp and the key layout of TR.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was nothing you could skip.
Yeah, I was just like, man, just like, please don't let it be Eastern. Don't let this Swamp play be for nothing. Like, just put a hookshot in here. Just like make me feel better about this. And then Smario was there, and I'm like, you gotta be kidding me, game. Like, there's no way. And then, of course, it's like the first check in Turtle Rock, and I'm just like, man.
And meanwhile, Oneup is flying over into his Ganon fight.
Yeah, Oneup kind of ended up sticking pretty close behind you just for the most part. He didn't really make too many plays, kind of, diverge away from what you were doing. So he was always kind of playing, catch up. And he did make a play for Eastern Palace, which we thought might actually work out in his favor. Then he kind of like bailed halfway through it, unfortunately. So we never ended up seeing what Green Pendant was. But then the seed turned out the way it did, and it was, it was already kind of over by that point. But
yeah, he also did Thieves before Pod, which gave you a bit of an edge just because of how many items were in Pod.
Yeah, the last time I had a similar decision to make. Like, mostly I make that decision because I'd like to to single dip Village of Outcasts. So like if fire rots in pod area, then I'm like, okay, this is a win. It's fine. The last time, one of the qualifiers I did that, and pod had like one thing maybe, and then Village of Outcasts had like 6 go mode items or something ridiculous.
Yikes.
And so, but overall, I think it's a better decision, especially without flute at that point. Just because going all the way back to the Village of Outcasts warp is so slow.
Yeah, that's a good point.
But yeah, hopefully tomorrow's seed is a little nicer.
Yep, that would be nice for both runners' sakes. Yeah, for sure.
161. Wow. that does sum up the seed.
Yep.
Alrighty, put your GGs in the chat for Oneup coming across the line here. Looks like 144.57?
56.
56, okay.
So exactly an 8-minute difference at the end of the day.
Right on. We'll see if we can get him in here for a quick little chat, and then we'll wrap things up here. And we're joined by Oneup. GG's, buddy.
GG's.
GG's.
Yeah, so we were talking with Andy here, and it started out, pretty nice for you guys. Seemed like things were moving, moving on at a pretty fair clip there, and then it really just dried the heck up. What do you think?
Yeah, I was feeling a little good at the beginning, getting those boots off Azor. Like, I feel like there was a lot of different routes you could have kind of taken, that, especially once that Moon Pearl showed up in Mini Moldorm, that, I don't know, I thought those might give me an advantage. I don't know. But then, yeah, like the end of the seed, man, that was so rough, because like the whole time you're going through there thinking, what things has he probably done, or what things, have I not done that he hasn't done, or whatever. And, just trying to figure out like where the best places to check are, because yeah, near the end, like, I don't know, there were a lot of different places to check, it seemed like, and all of them were bad choices.
Once the seed gets down to stuff like that, when it's all, horrible decisions that you don't want to have to make, like metagaming really comes into play, where you are thinking, what is your opponent going to be like the least likely to go for? I'm going to do that thing first. Or maybe not necessarily, but it definitely starts running through your head, like that, like what your opponent's going to do and what you think you should do.
Gotta watch out for the double metagaming though. Like, do they think I'm gonna do that, so we're gonna do something else instead?
That's some
I
real
do that
big
stuff
brain
with
right
right
there.
side GT all the time. So I'm like, man, maybe he knows I do left side like always. So maybe I'll do right side, and maybe he'll do left side, thinking I'm gonna. I don't know. It's dumb.
Yeah, you just got layers and layers of logic going there. Yeah, for sure. Oh, hey, quick question. What happened with the Eastern Palace there? You were like why would you not go for Green Pendant?
So yeah, I got 3 items out of Eastern, plus the big key in the first 4 checks, which is kind of like God Eastern. And then, yeah, just like that 3rd item showed up, and I'm like, okay, this is a pendant. And I was basically saving and quitting before I even realized, oh, yeah, this is the green pendant. Maybe I should stick around. I was kind of already saved and quit at that point, so.
Yeah. Definitely just like a reaction kind of thing when you've cleared it, from an item standpoint, at least from, in the dungeon itself. Yeah, definitely a little bit of muscle memory there. You just go for the save quit right away. I mean, it didn't really hurt you because there was nothing on there apparently, but yeah, we were like, oh, this could be the thing. Like, if it's Green Pendant, he's got it in the bag, and then you just bailed, and we're like, no. But yeah. So, any Any final thoughts, I guess, before we wrap this one up?
Thoughts on your group?
Yeah, yeah, this was quite a seed. Hopefully, the next seed is a little better. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see. I'll have to figure. Yeah, kind of trying to think. Like, obviously, I came up short tonight, so trying to figure out, what I can do tomorrow to make things different.
I mean, some of that was just the luck of like which one of Pod and Thieves had all the items.
Yeah, it's just the way the randomizer is, right?
Yeah, yeah, I don't know that made a whole lot of difference. I mean, yeah, I guess I did have to go back to activate flute, but I don't know. I don't feel like, yeah. I mean, it could have gone the other way too. And then like you're walking all the way over to pod without a flute, and the flute's over in Thieves Town or something like that. So
Yeah, I'm not saying either choice was right or wrong. I'm just saying that, it happened to be more efficient to go to pod first as the items were laid out in this seed.
yeah.
Right on. Well, these two will be back at it tomorrow, same time, I believe. Is that correct? It's 9 Eastern for you guys?
Yep.
Okay, right on. So yeah, look out for that. I don't know, restreaming, maybe not. We're not entirely sure. We'll have to see. Keep an eye on the schedule. But definitely, give both these runners a follow, and see how this series concludes if it isn't restreamed here on Speed Gaming. For sure. I wish both these guys the best of luck in the rest of the series here. Yeah, Drosy, any thoughts there?
Thanks for commenting and thanks for restreaming. Commenting / watching. Strat. I got my eye on you, Sabo.
Dude, I'm coming for you. Watch out.
This guy Sabo knocks me out of the last tournament and has the gall to commentate my first race.
It's Drosy. Well, Drosy told me to. I'm only here because of that.
Two of you in the same group blame Sinak.
Yeah.
Wait a second, though, Sabo. If you beat Andy, that means I'm going to be playing him again.
Great, right? I mean, perfect. So good.
Dang, I guess TSO is just out of luck then, I suppose.
Yeah, I guess I do have to make it past Zoe before I would even do the rematch.
He's the top quartile runner in your group.
Yeah.
It's the beauty of these tournaments is just how fierce the competition is through and through, which is great.
There's pretty much like no group that I looked at that I was like, yeah, I feel like I'd do really well in this group. Like, there's every group is just super stacked. Some a little more so than others. Like, man, not that our group isn't pretty stacked. Our group is pretty stacked. But there's some groups that I'm just like, whew, glad I dodged that one.
Alrighty. Well, let's close the books on this one here. Great race from both runners. GG's to you guys again. I want to thank our tracker today, Sorcerer Finch. Really appreciate you clicking those buttons, man. Doing a lot of work behind the scenes there. It doesn't always get all the credit, but we really appreciate it. And my co-com, Drosy, buddy, thanks again for getting me in on this one. I'm super hyped to be on the call with you, and I had a great time.
Yep. Thanks for letting me suck you into it. It's always awesome working with you here. And be sure also to give the Speed Gaming channels a follow. They are being really nice about restreaming so many games from this tournament. This is Speed Gaming, and then there's Speed Gaming 2 through 6, and we even have German, French, Spanish, and Portuguese channels doing restreams for some of the runners who are from countries that speak those languages. So really just, gonna be a ton of races from this tournament on the Speed Gaming Network. But, and given who's in chat, we should tell you that exactly 1 hour from now, on this channel, we will be broadcasting Wall Kicks versus Apathy Duck. So be sure to come back for that.
Sounds pretty hype to me.
But I think that'll do it for us for the moment. Thanks again for watching. Have a great evening and hope to see you back here in an hour.